we are focusing on just few verses from the Quran, particularly in Surah An-Naml, about the story of Prophet Sulaiman and the hoopoe, as well as, or hudhud, as well as the Queen of Sheba in Yemen. And this is a very good example of leadership context. However, I don't think we will be covering all the 22 verses, but you will be reflecting on those verses and trying to drive the management and leadership principles from this story. Now, normally we start with the model we have derived from Quran and Sunnah regarding our leadership. I think you've been hearing from day one about this model. There is no need to talk about it. However, you will find it in the digital copy, which will be distributed to all of you. But what we are reflecting here, that the leadership is talking about the Muslim personality in a holistic sense. So we're talking about the mind, the heart, the soul, the social aspect, the application, the akhlaq, and the benefits as well. Now, these are the learning outcomes related to the heart, and then to the intellect, then to akhlaq, then to actions, then to impact dimension. So, no need to talk about the different competencies derived from this story and what we have to capture and learn and acquire by the end of these sessions. However, some of them, in fact, I will start maybe 3 to 4 verses just to show you how we can ponder, how can we think, how can we reflect about these verses, and how we can infer some of the management and leadership principles. Before we talk about the literature review from other leadership textbooks in the West, because we have been practicing leadership for 1,400, whereas in the West, they are practicing the new theories they have developed of different leadership styles only for 125 years. Okay? So we cannot forget about our context and our history and our legacy and our heritage about how we rule the world, how we manage the world. First, we have to say that our Quran is our guide of life. And leadership and management is just one aspect of our life. So do you think that Allah had forgotten to guide us in our life? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, مَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. So the framework is there. The guidelines is there. The Quran is the ultimate reference for all of us. We have not neglected the book a thing. That's a basic principle we have to adopt when we drive the principles of management and leadership. You might say, why, Prof. Dawood, you talk about management leader? Why not just a leader? Well, all of you, when you are running any organization or leading any team, you will adopt management role and leadership role. So we have put them together, management leader, whereby you are going to employ some of the management skills and competencies as well as leadership skills and competencies. Second, that it is a must for every Muslim to reflect and make tadabbur whenever he or she recites the Quran. Why I'm saying it is a must? Because tadabbur means that we have to relate the text into context. That's the meaning of tadabbur. How to guide our life according to the Quran. Because there are 4 stages for reciting Quran. Number 1 is to recite. Yes, recite correctly. Second, to understand. Third, that's by reading tafsir. Okay? Third, to make tadabbur, to reflect. That to relate this understanding into your daily life. 4, to act, to implement. So these are 4 phases of approaching Quran. And now we are approaching Quran to reflect upon the verses I'm going to recite so that we can guide our life as management leaders. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, do they not reflect upon the Quran, or are there locks upon their hearts? أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is questioning Muslims. It is not enough to recite, but also to understand. And everyone can read the translation, even if he or she cannot read it in Arabic language. There are a lot of translations. Read more than one translation, because different translation give different meanings and different emphasis. And this is not Quran. It is the understanding of people, of scholars. Translation is a translation. It is not Quran. We cannot claim this is Quran. Quran is in Arabic. And that's why we are encouraging people and motivate them to learn Arabic so that they can understand it better according to its revelation. Reflecting of the Quran stories. Now we move to the third aspect, that we have to read the stories in Quran. Anyone who can understand what is the size of stories in Quran? It is more than 1/3 of the verses of Quran are stories. What does that mean? It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the stories of previous either prophet or nations, of even corrupt leaders, so that we can learn lessons, we can gain lessons. So the main aim is lessons, to see how changes happening, whether positive change or negative change. If you are talking about corrupt leaders, like Qarun, like Fir'aun and so on, you know how they destruct their life. Or, on the other side, we are talking about the prophets, like all the prophets mentioned in the Quran, and one of them we are discussing today. So, I think now the Quranic account of Prophet Sulaiman, it is in Surah An-Naml from ayah 20 to ayah 44. 22, so 22 ayat discussing the story of Sulaiman alayhi salam and Hoppo or Hudhud in Arabic, plus Queen Sheba. Now let me start with 3 verses, then I will come back to you. The first, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وتفقد الطير فقال ما لي لا أرى الهدهد أم كان من الغائبين. Now this is a translation, but It had its own problem. And he, that is Prophet Sulaiman, inspected, tafaqqada. In fact, when I look as an Arab, when I look, the word inspected, it has a negative connotation in English. Inspection. But the word tafaqqada, like the mother taking care of her baby, there is a passion in it, emotion, care, love. That doesn't mean inspect. So the tafaqqada, you are looking something you miss, but with love, with passion, with positive emotion, looking for somebody whom you love. And that's the emotional side of a leader. How he or she could take care of their followers or team members or their organization. And then, as we all know, when we talk about tafaqqad al-tayr, tayr is just one part of the creation Prophet Sulaiman is ruling. And you can look at the tayr as something lower than human beings, for instance. Now, what does that mean? It means giving attention to whatever creation, whatever followers, even if people perceive them as lower status. But as a leader, you cannot say this is a lower status. Everybody is an asset to the organization. It is an asset to the team you are building and you are managing and you are leading. So he was looking to take care of a tayr. And not only that, come to the other part of it. فقال, and he said, questioning, ما لي لا أرى الهدهد أم كان من الغائبين. Why do I not see the hippo? Or is he among the absent? Now, he started blaming himself, not the followers, not the team member, not the staff. He started questioning, posing question to the rest. Why I cannot see? Me, I cannot see him. He's not accusing him. It's not a premature judgment before collecting data. And that's the importance of data gathering. The importance of evidence-based information. Why? Why do I not see the hippo? So he's blaming himself that he cannot observe. And again, this is a leader must be very attentive and proactive to collect evidences about any issue he or she is looking for.
Can you close the mic?
The mic is the best mic in the world. Yes. Why do I not see the hippo, or is he among the absent? He did not accuse him, or he's absent. Maybe I didn't see him, or he's absent. And he has an excuse not to be there. He has an excuse not to be there. Now, compare in your life, whether at the university or your organization, how leaders deal with team members. Do they rush into criticizing their members, questioning them? So that is just part of the verse. So proactive supervision and accountability. Because he is, I have given him a responsibility and it must be accountable for anything. So members, staff members, team members should shoulder the responsibility and be accountable for whatever they have to do. And also the leader proactively went down. Now they call it management by walking around. Management by walking around. They have to go down and see people at the grassroots level to check and observe, to be more objective in what he is doing. So, effective leaders are proactive in oversight, routinely checking in on team presence, contribution, and well-being. Not only whether they have performed the task or not, but also about their own well-being. They might be ill. They might be sick. So we have to be very careful. That's again the care. Attention to details. Now with going down to see a little bird, he's talking about one, not all the birds, only one bird, one type of bird. Very little bird. But this bird has a responsibility, sister. And it is important for the organization. It is important for the members of the team. We notice the micro-awareness of each team member's status, including those which might have minor roles. There is nothing called trivial. Nothing trivial. Everybody is important. The management leader implements attendance and engagement tracking and treats minor roles as strategic assets. Inclusivity and recognition. Here we can see the value Sulaiman give to the hoppo. Hence, every individual matters. Everyone matters. Nothing is less important than others. All of them. We have to be fair in the way we deal at or with every member of our team or employees. Everybody is valuable. Observation before communication. That's as I said, before you make a judgment, you have to collect data. You have to observe. Observation is very accurate observation. You have to know. You have to go to understand what is going on in the grassroots level. And he expected, he went down before he speaks. After observation, he started questioning himself. Respectful communication. Why do I not see the hoppo? A leader speaks with respect, curiosity, and non-judgmental inquiry. And that is a true, objective, fair, and just leader or management leader. Emotional maturity. Prophet Sulaiman, calm inquiry rather than reactionary accusation from the very beginning. He could have, he's a king, he's a prophet. He could have accused this little, a floor level bird. Ethical judgment and fairness. So we have to be fair and we have to judge people after we collect enough information before we jump into blaming others and attributing failures to others before we talk to ourselves. Role clarity and performance expectation. So, also, management leader must ensure each team member knows their role and is held accountable, as we said earlier. Now, this is just some of the reflections related to the first verse or ayah. Second ayah, لأعذبنه عذابا شديدا أو لأذبحنه أو ليأتيني بسلطان مبين. You know, each word has great, practical manifestations of management leadership. If we tried our best to reflect, ponder, and think, I will surely punish him with severe punishment or slaughter him. Here, many mufassirun, they said slaughter, look, translate. He's going to kill him. No. Many of the mufassirun, they talk about is taking off the feathers. That is the slaughtering of birds. So it's a kind of warning. Now, it means that we have to be clear as a leader of punishment and reward, which is, we call it now, policies. We have to have policies for anything we do. So, words and punishment are important to the dimension of management and leadership. Unless he brings me clear evidence, not authorization, clear evidence. بسلطان مبين. Now, Sulaiman, talked about himself that he's looking for logical thinking. It's looking for logic and evidence to support the reason of absence. He's not accusing the hudhud or the hoppo, but it's telling him that you have to have a clear evidence to support why you were absent. And it means that we have to encourage and motivate people to be logical, to have evidence to support themselves, not just blind obedience. So, rule-based governance. A leader must establish and communicate clear policies and regulations for the team before they start working. So that this is the baseline for discussion, the baseline for communication, the baseline for accountability. Justice with due process. A leader must give every individual the right to explain themselves. Now, he said, okay, if you are absent, give me evidence. Otherwise, you are accountable before me. So when we work in management and leadership, we have to establish this responsibility and accountability. Evidence-based decision making. Now, all this information is together. It should be gathered in order to make the right decision. Information is important for making a decision. And when you say not just information, but accurate information, evidence-based decision making. Sultan Mubin. Transparent communication of expectation. So clarity from the day one. What is expected? What is the mission of the organization? What is the role? And what is accepted evidence? And how decision making should be made. No one is above the system. That's fairness, justice. Whether you are small or big, high or low, you are equally treated. Organizational mentoring and cultural development. Now, Prophet Sulaiman is creating a common culture. They call it nowadays organizational culture. So we have the same belief system, the same mission, the same objective, the same goals in our life. So we have to create such kind of common understanding among everybody, whether small or big. role significance regardless of status. And as we are going to see, that the Hoppo knows exactly the mission and the vision of the kingdom of Prophet Sulaiman. In fact, he will come up with clear evidence, with clear information, with excellent reporting system. So, then, balance between discipline and mercy. As you can see, starting with tafakkada, but also we have to have discipline. Discipline is that if this person is not doing what is expected of him or her, is not doing his role or performing his task, then he has to be punished. Number 3, فمكث غير بعيد فقال أحطت بما لم تحط به وجئتك من سبأ بنبأ يقين. Look, very confident. You know, a member of the team, that's a king. He's a prophet. And this is a little bird. But he was standing over there. Immediately he was stood. He was outspoken person, courageous, confident. Not just a normal person. Brother, Majid, Bilal, sorry. It was not long before the bird came and said, I have found out something you do not know. Anyone can say for a king or a vice chancellor, or I know better than you. Because this guy really knows better than Prophet Sulaiman. He has gone and traveled, Prophet Sulaiman from Sham to Yemen. It was maybe 3 months travel or 4 months travel. He knows a better situation with full knowledge, political, social, financial, military, all the details. And even the way they worship, he knows the mission. And not only that, but he was interpreting and analyzing the information, giving a very full-fledged report. To whom? To Prophet Sulaiman. And he's saying here, proudly, I have found out something you do not know. I have just come to you from Sheba with sure news. You know the first one he said, Sultan Mubin. He was asking him for Sultan. What he said now? بنبأ يقين. Consistent with his request. He knows what his leader looking for. He's looking for Sultan Mubin. نبأ يقين. Confirmed truth. He's not just claiming and want to bluff Prophet Sulaiman. He's coming there with clear news which will be valuable to the country from a different land, nations. So empowerment and trust in team members. Now you can see how Prophet Sulaiman created the empowerment, and the ability to be confident member of the society, member of the organization. Empowerment and trust, full trust. He had full trust, not always doubting the role, full trust. Like I'm trusting my PhD student will do the PhD very well. Yes. The Hoppo acted autonomously and returned with vital intelligence. The principle he is a strong leader, empowers capable followers to act independently when aligned with the organization mission. Intelligence gathering and analytical thinking. Now, those people were trained on analytical thinking and critical thinking and clear reporting and data gathering, like our evidence-based researchers in our university, mashallah. Okay, clear confidence and respectful communication. clarity of organizational mission, kingdom of Prophet Sulaiman, and he collected the relevant information to the mission of the organization. Equality and mutual respect. So as you could see, the communication between Sulaiman and the Hoppo was respectful and based on justice and fairness. Accountability without diminishing dignity. He never humiliated the Hoppo. He kept his dignity and honor. He kept his dignity and honor, but also he was accountable for his role. Functional role clarity. So he knows his role. In fact, is navigating the different countries to look for information, to see at the end of the day, because of this Hoppo, small little bird, the whole of Yemen became followers of Sulaiman. A biggest role. It's not that easy. So don't look down at any person in your members or in your followers or your team. Always keep their dignity and honor. Empower them. They might achieve better roles than the big ones. Strategic use of information for diplomacy. I think you are going to discuss this later. How diplomatic relations were established between Prophet Sulaiman and Queen Sheba. Logical argumentation and constructive feedback. As you can see that there was a logic behind whatever the leader said and what the followers said. Logic, evidence, support, care, dignity, and so on. And finally, this verse is my final verse, and then it is your role to reflect. إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم وأوتيت من كل شيء ولها عرش عظيم. That's the first reporting. What he said? I found there a woman ruling them. So that's talking about the political side. And she has been given of all things. And that is again is a very brief summary of this kingdom in Yemen. وَلَهَا عَرْشٌ عَظِيمٌ, and she has a great throne. So, strategic intelligence gathering, that's number one. Then, clear and structured reporting. 2, information-driven leadership, because leadership will be based on what this Hoppo gathered from Yemen. Developing analytical thinking in teams, because interpreting the results he gathered, or the data he gathered, and coming up with a clear and accurate report. Understanding external environment, long way away from Sham. You know, the place of Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, to Yemen. So, he discovered new countries and provided the sufficient information for Prophet Sulaiman to make the decision of da'wah to this part of the world. Recognizing strengths in others. Because when he said, "Utiyat min kulli shay," he was given from everything. And also, he's talking about positive side. We are not criticizing simply because they are our enemy, but we are fair. Muslim leader should be fair. If you can see something, strength point, why not? Respect for diversity and female leadership. Also, he's talking about the political structure. Attention to symbolic power, which he said, Arshun Azim. which reflect the power and authority, feedback loop between leader and team, so that we know what is going on. I think I should stop here, and I would like our brother to distribute the activities for the 8 tables. There are 2 sections, activity 1 and activity 2.
Can we make sure everyone's in the stations first?
So 8, only 8. So activity 1, that I have decided that each table will look at the rest of the verses, but maybe 2 or 3 verses only. Each table will read only 2 or 3 verses. You can look at from your mobile, tafsir from Ibn Kathir or Sa'di or whatever, or in your own language, and then try to reflect and come up with your own management and leadership principles. That's activity 1. Once you finish, then each table should report to the rest what they have come up with. The other activity, there are 2 questions you have to answer, and again, you have to come up and present what you have arrived at. So let's start from now, and hopefully you will answer the 2 activities, but we will start reporting the first activity and then the second activity. Thank you.
Check already?
Yeah, which surah?
Surah number.
Each table select 1 leader to manage the discussion. Listen to the first activity, not to the second one, the first activity. So I will give just 2 minutes each, 2 minutes for each one of you to present, and then we can discuss. So we need volunteers. Yes, Huffaz leadership group.
Group 3. Alhamdulillah.
Group 3, okay. Odd number, witr, mashallah.
We are session number 3.
Number 3, odd, yes.
Okay.
Witr, yeah, brother. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, we take the first ayah from 30 to 32.
So from 30
To 32.
to 32. So, yes.
Okay, for first ayah.
Read in Arabic first, the ayat.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنه من سليمان وإنه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
So the letter
Yeah.
came from Sulaiman to Balqis.
And
She said to her people,
It's the name of Allah.
Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So here being the point that we take it from this ayah, being direct from leader to leader and starting everything with the name of Allah. When we start in our organization or in our team as a member or leader, to start with the name of Allah. Isti'ana billah.
brothers at the back of the hall.
Attention!
Brothers. Yes.
Yeah, so in this verse we can learn that we can, as member or leader, we have to isti'ana billah always, and to be direct from leader to leader or leader to member.
Okay.
The second ayah.
Before you move, now he said, Innahu min Sulaiman. Indeed. Now, this lady is an objective lady. She confirmed it is from Sulaiman. She didn't say prophet because yet she's not Muslim yet. But she was very transparent, very clear, stating to her people in a very clear manner, Innahu min Sulaiman. Wa innahu. So that is not distorting. A good leader should not distort. This is not Muslim. But she did not distort the information she received. So that she's second, also she is sharing the letter with her own people. That is consultation, which is a good manner as well for a leader. Not to be centralized and she will be the only decision maker without anything, without consultation. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, for the second, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألا تعلوا علي وأتوني مسلمين. Here we take from this verse, ayah, as a leader must be humble, so we don't see the others from look them down at the down.
Yeah, so it's
from down.
against arrogance.
Yeah.
Humbleness or humility is against arrogance.
Yeah, and how we can implement it in our life. So we have as a leader or member to share the knowledge with the others and the informations, not keep it just for us.
Yes, okay.
Okay, for the last verse, قالت يا أيها الملأ أفتوني في أمري ما كنت قاطعة أمرا حتى تشهدون. Here in this ayah, we as leaders must ask advice from the followers or the members before
Or the council or the parliament or whatever.
before make any decision. So we have
Advisors.
to take the advice from the others, even if we are if the decision with us we make the decision, but we have to listen for the others before doing the decision.
So although she was not a Muslim, yet she was a very good leader. And there are a lot of features and characteristics which characterize her among good leaders.
So it's important to make a shura. We call it a shura. So as a leader, we have to share. We have to make the decision with the others and make shura before take any decision. This is what we take from these verses.
Thank you, brothers. Shukran. Thank you. Second volunteer.
Any other groups?
Yes, please. You have to be proactive. Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we were looking at verses 24 to 26. So starting off with 24. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وجدتها وقومها يسجدون للشمس من دون الله وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so what we kind of discussed was that the Hutu didn't attribute blame to the people yet, and actually said that Shaitan misleaded them. So they didn't directly attribute the blame to her and her people, but said rather Shaitan had made their deeds pleasing for them and misled them.
That's Aberdeen?
Huh?
Aberdeen or Dundee?
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen. Okay. That's from Aberdeen.
Yeah.
It's my own area long time ago in the 80s. So in Scotland.
Right.
So brother and sister, here the reporting. Hoppo reported about the situation and interpreted or analyzed the data and also talked why they are behaving as such, which reflects the mission and the da'wah of Prophet Sulaiman. You can read the verse again in Arabic.
Yeah. وجدتها وقومها.
So we found her with her people
يسجدون
prostrate
للشمس
to the sun
من دون الله
من دون without referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
وزين لهم الشيطان.
and it was misled by shaitan.
Yeah.
Now that's a kind of interpretation of, this little bird, this little intelligent person. Now when you appoint an intelligent person, smart one, should be logical. They collect the data, they analyze it, and they report it. Yes.
Yeah. وزين لهم الشيطان أعمالهم
Yes.
فصدهم عن السبيل فهم لا يهتدون.
So they are not guided simply because of shaitan. They are worshipping the sun and they are misled by shaitan. So that's what they are not guided. Now, he summarized the mission of the organization. Okay?
Yeah, and just one more thing to say is that the Hudu made very good observations
Yes.
and gave the evidence first, and then finally gave the conclusion at the end.
True.
They are not guided.
True.
Yeah. And then the next ayah is 25. So, ألا يسجدوا لله الذي يخرج الخبأ
Al-Khaba'a.
في السماوات والأرض ويعلم ما تخفون وما تعلنون.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
So what did you emphasize? What's you derived from this?
This was also just more information gathering as well.
Okay?
And also emphasize the shock of the Hutu from what they were doing,
Okay?
and the clear sort of transgression they were doing.
Okay? Okay? So again, reporting. Okay?
Yeah. And then finally, ending with 26 was Allahu la ilaha illa huwa rabbul arshil azim. So
Now he's, yes, clarifying the mission of Prophet Sulaiman and talking about Tawheed and everything.
yeah.
Okay? جزاك الله خيرا. جزاكم الله خيرا. Third group. Yes. Here. Yes. No. They started there.
Let's pass the sister.
Yeah, come here next. Sit here. And you are after here. Come on. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Go ahead. Recite the verses. Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلما جاء سليمان قال أتمدونني بمال فما آتاني الله خير مما آتاكم بل أنتم بهديتكم تفرحون.
Now the reply from Prophet Sulaiman. Is that right? Yes, go ahead.
So this is Anam, verse 36. So what he's saying is that I try to give me wealth as a gift so I can back off or call you to the worship of Allah. What Allah has given me is prophethood, kingdom, knowledge, and blessings is far better than what you possess. You are the ones who rejoice in worldly gifts because your ambitions and goals are limited to material things. So what he's saying is that this is a clear rejection of bribery, and that the true messengers of Allah are obviously not after material gain. And one of the leadership attributes that he possessed or that he has is that he was transparent. He communicated clearly, and he had clear integrity and justice. He treated everybody the same, despite the queen having a high status. He did not butter her up or was like really nice to her because she was a queen. He was firm in what he believed in. So that's verse 36. Verse 37. Just gonna read verse 37.
ارجع إليهم فلنأتينهم بجنود لا قبل لهم بها ولنخرجنهم منها أذلة وهم صاغرون.
So basically what the translation is that he said that they will come to them with such an army that they will have no power to resist. They will drive them out of their land in humiliation, degraded and lowly. This was not, it sounds really aggressive, but it's not him meaning to be aggressive. It's a warning of the consequences of rejecting the truth. This was Sulaiman's way of inviting them, of asking the queen to submit to God. And clearly he was very firm, assertive, he was confident, he was clear in his goals and he was focused. He was tactful, he knew what he was doing. And this obviously can be applicable to dealing with other stakeholders as well. And the last verse, which is verse 38.
قال يا أيها الملأ أيكم يأتيني بعرشها قبل أن يأتوني مسلمين.
Lastly is that he consulted with his team. Like he asked his team, "Oh assembly, who among you will bring me the throne?" And the leadership attributes that what's implemented was pure teamwork. He empowered his team, he engaged with his team, he consults, he doesn't just make decisions alone, but he obviously empowers his team to continue. And this is what, as leaders, we should do. We should build capable teams, we should delegate well, we should know how to work with people, otherwise if you do it alone, then it's going to be very difficult. That's it, thank you.
Thank you. By the way, thank you, sister. You know, at the beginning, he had shown the confidence in his mission. Second, he warned them. Third, he made a miracle to show her that he is a messenger, the prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make the change. So it's the social change principle, how he influenced her in different ways. Okay, next one.
You can add something?
Yes, you can add.
For the third ayah, Sulaiman, he created a competition among his team. He said, "Ayyukum ya'tini bi'afriha qabla an yatun." He didn't ask someone specifically. Bring me the same.
Consulted them.
Yeah, he created the competition.
Because they have different talents and different abilities. He utilized the different talents they have. Okay. You. Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
نعم، مجموعتنا استخرجنا ثلاثة أمور. أولها القيادة بشكل عام. ثم
Can you speak in English because some of the people don't understand Arabic?
So I will be better if I speak Arabic. So that
You don't know how to speak English?
I know, but like I will be more comfortable if I speak.
You can both use both. It's okay, no problem. Yeah.
حسنا، الثاني القيادة المسلمة. الثالث ما يفرق أو ما يميز القيادة الإسلامية والقيادة العامة.
Okay.
أولا الآية 43: وصدها ما كانت تعبد من دون الله إنها كانت من قوم كافرين. أولا كقائد ليس لك أن ترضى أو تقبل كل ما يأتيك. بمجرد أن قال لك افعل هذا يعني تقول حاضر. يعني بمجرد أن قال لها نبي الله سليمان إنه من سليمان وإنه بسم الله الرحيم تعالوا علي وأتوني مسلمين، هذا لا يكفي. أريد أن أعرف الحجج حتى يعني أتقبل وحتى أصبح مسلمة. يعني أريد أن أرى الحجج. هذا الذي جعلها تمنع قومها من أن يحاربوا سليمان وهكذا، فيعني قررت الذهاب إليه للمناقشة وهكذا. هذا أولا. ثانيا النبي الله سليمان أراد أن يظهر لها ما أعطاه الله من قوة، ويعني أظهر لها، قيل لها دخول الصرح، فلما رأته حسبته لجة وكشفت عن ساقيها، قال إنه صرح ممرد من قوارير. قالت رب إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين. سليمان عليه السلام يعني أظهر لها يعني ما أعطاه الله من فضل وإمكانيات ومهارات وقيادة أعلى أو أكثر مما أعطاها الله، فانبهرت وعرفت أن ما عندها قليل وما عند الله أكثر. ما يميز بين سليمان وهذه الملكة هنا هو أن في الآية الأولى وصدها ما كانت تعبد من دون الله، يعني هذا الذي تعبد من دون الله هو الذي صدها عن قبول الحق. بينما في الإسلام المسلم ليس هناك شيء يحول بينه وبين الحقيقة، يعني لا، سواء كانت من المسلم أو من غير مسلم، إذا كان الأمر حقيقة يعني المسلم دائما قلبه مفتوح لقبول الحقيقة. لا أعرف أن هناك شيء يمنع أو يحجب المسلم من قبول الحقيقة. ثم أيضا الأخير على القيادة المسلمة أن تشجع الصناعات والابتكار لماذا؟ لأنه لولا الابتكار والتكنولوجيا، ممكن نسميها التكنولوجيا في ذلك الوقت التي أظهرها سليمان لها، لأنها ظنت أن ما ستضع أقدامها له ماء. قال لها سليمان: لا، إنه صرح ممرد من قوارير، يعني إنه نوع
هاي تك
من تكنولوجيتنا. فهذا يعني مما يعني يشجع المسلمين من أن يضعوا أقدامهم على الابتكارات. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. شكرا. Thank you. Next. 2 minutes each. Next. Yes.
The ayah is
Brothers. Brothers. Why noise come from brothers? I want to know. Yes.
قال عفريت من الجن أنا آتيك به قبل أن تقوم من مقامك وإني عليه لقوي أمين. So we get principle from this, which is initiative. When you want to do something, don't wait others to encourage you. Just try to solve the problem from yourself. The second things, when he said قال عفريت من الجن أنا آتيك به, he presents himself. He presents them.
Proactive.
Then the second.
Take the lead.
Then the second thing, which is presenting themselves or presenting oneself. When he say وإني عليه لقوي أمين, it's like the Yusuf عليه السلام. When he say وإني عليه لحفيظ أمين. So it's the same things. When you think that you have something good that you will show or you will bring a benefit from the company, you have to share. You have to be active for that, effective for that. And the third thing, which is demonstrating strength and argumentation. When the Sulaiman alayhi salam, he decided to give the chair from Balqis to the far place to show her that I'm prophet. This is the prophet here, and this is strong. Not normal people can do with that. And the last things, which is coming also from the second ayah, which is قال الذي عنده علم من الكتاب أنا آتيك به قبل أن يرتد إليك طرفك فلما رآه مستقرا عنده قال هذا من فضل ربي ليبلوني أشكر أم أكفر ومن شكر فإنما يشكر نفسه ومن كفر فإن ربي غني كريم. Which is coming from returning everything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do thanks for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for yourself. This is a principle also from to be a good leader and to be a good company. Don't trust 100% for yourself because we are humanity. That's all.
Thank you very much. I think, thank you. We go for the second. Oh, you're still there? Okay. You are late, brother. You don't volunteer quickly. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, sister. Okay.
There is some bias over here.
Yeah. Because they have a leader over there.
قالوا نحن أولو قوة وأولو بأس شديد والأمر إليك فانظرني ماذا تأمرين.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the verse, 33rd verse. Here we have points like justice in decision making. We have to see the pros and cons.
Okay.
And then we have.
Raise your voice.
We have to use our wealth and power in the right way.
Okay. What else? Next.
قالت إن الملوك إذا دخلوا قرية أفسدوها وجعلوا عزة أهلها أذلة وكذلك يفعلون.
This is the 34th verse. Here we have to maintain peace rather than going for war. Like the Queen of Sheba, she wanted to maintain peace in her nation. So that's why she wanted to test Sulaiman alayhi salam. She cares for her subject, even though she's not a Muslim.
Yes.
She cares for her subjects.
True.
Like an ideal ruler.
True. True.
وإني مرسلة إليهم بهدية فناظرة بما يرجع المرسلون.
This is the 35th verse, the final verse. Here, our point is we have to maintain international relations with other countries.
Yes.
Like a leader is a proper leader when you spread your dominion over. And then we have to, while making decisions, we have to make mashura. Shura.
Yes, yes. Good.
We have
Good.
to ask everyone's opinions. Then we have to have strategic thinking when we make decisions. And we have to have diplomacy over aggression.
Very good.
And the last point is Sulaiman alayhi salam, he's very powerful, but then he's also very humble.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well thought. Okay. You want to say something?
Yeah, we have three.
Okay, good. Quickly. 2 minutes.
قال سننظر صدقتم كنت من الكاذبين. That means we shall see, said Sulaiman, whether you are telling the truth or not. And Sulaiman did not accuse the Hudhud for the lying.
Yeah.
He just said, we will see. Because that is more emphatic than simply saying or did you lie.
الQR الأخير.
That's from the first
آخر QR.
Second ayah.
آخر واحد. كوشنير سيناريو.
اذهب بكتابي هذا فألقه إليهم ثم تولى عنهم فانظر ماذا يرجعون. He gave the order to the Hudhud to do his stuff, his duty, because I didn't say the translation. Go with this letter of mine and deliver it to them. Then turn away from them and watch what they return. So the Hudhud will take the letter and take the Balkisa and withdraw from the withdraw and observing what they will do with that letter. And last one, she said, قالت يا أيها الملأ إني ألقي إلي كتاب كريم. O nobles, she said, a noble letter has been delivered to me. He really respects her staff, people around her, because she said to them, "Oh, eminent," and also she saw that this letter was she got that letter from the Hudhud, from the bird, and that was the strange thing for her, and she said that is the noble because of that. But in that moment she didn't know that this letter is from the Sulaiman.
Thank you, brother. Now I need only for the last activity 2, there are 2 questions. I need one group from the females and one group from the males to answer this only, before we move to the last one. So which group from the female, from the sisters, who can answer the first questions in activity 2? And who is going to answer the second question of activity? Yes, now I know. We won't say 5 minutes, finish. Don't know, it's frightening me. You? Who? Me? My mother? Who? Yes. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
The first question.
First questions.
The question is, what did you learn in this workshop?
Yeah, from this workshop, we started 1.5 hours. Okay.
We learned many principles in management and leadership.
Okay, principles of management leadership.
Yeah, and we understood that we have a legacy and heritage in our.
We have a legacy and heritage, yes.
Our Islam.
Okay.
And I learned also that as Muslims, we don't have to learn everything from Western. we don't have confidence, that we don't have knowledge. And
We have to have confidence.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
think like this.
Why you are frightened? Okay.
We think like this, but in the reality, we
Okay.
have everything in Islam. Like we say in ayah, ما فرضنا في الكتاب من شيء.
Allahu Akbar.
So now this is what we learn, and now we have the hope that one day, inshallah, we can lead the world with these Islamic principles.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, sister. Yes.
What
Yeah.
are we going to implement in the next 3 months?
In the next 3 months, what you are going to learn or to implement from the principle we have learned. Okay.
First, lead with wisdom and justice.
Wisdom and justice. Okay.
Second, communication with respect and purpose.
Allahu Akbar.
The third, submit to Allah sincerely.
Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah.